Coming up on today's 26-minute Dakar, in the bikes are Honda Burns, but whose race is run? It was a dream of these twins to race the Dakar. This is the story of the Escalade brothers. In the cars, Carlos Sainz had been waiting for today, but things never work out the way you want on the Dakar. We take our first look at the best of the onboards from the first 4 days of racing. And the heroes of the Dakar reminisce on the best destinations of the race. All this and more coming up on today's 26 Minutes Dakar, Chilecito to San Miguel de Tucumán. Previously in the bikes. Coma is just getting started, but the KTM leader is taking nothing for granted. I'm going to follow my rhythm. I'm going to be consistent. Things can change really quickly. The pressure of leading the toughest stages of the Dakar is starting to get to Joan Barreda. It was so hard yesterday. It was a really tough stage. I lost lots of time because I was so nervous. Disaster for the number one as his challenge grinds to a halt just moments from the finish. That's the race. I'm at Yamaha for a challenge. You have to accept it. Pressure from all sides as the top riders slug it out on stage 5 of the Dakar 2014. It wasn't a happy end to the marathon stages for Dupre. Problems within sight of the line cost him dearly yesterday.
The
same day there are ups and downs. At 9 kilometers from the finish we were a long way in the lead and the bike stopped. I broke the bracket for the Ari track, which damaged an electrical cable, and I lost 40 minutes finding the problem and repairing it and restarting. There you go, 40 minutes. The bikes return to the car course as we hit the shortened stage of Chilecito to Tucumán. Mist shrouded and softened the edges of the hills when they soon revealed themselves as dunes. Could today be the decisive day for Mark Coma? The soft mounds of sand and dry riverbeds would hamper navigation for all, but with Duclos in tow, Coma was always close to the right path. His KTM lasted just long enough to win the first half of the stage before it sprang a serious fuel leak. His early domination for the stage may have been for nothing. At any minute, losing time can happen, because when you open the road, you're playing Russian roulette. Behind Coma, and since returning to KTM from Gas, Jordi Villadoms has ridden as the Catalan's support rider. Today he nailed that role. He turned 34 the day before the rally started, and now he's found his feet again at KTM. Kuba Shagonski did his overall hopes no harm with third place on the day, and now he's 7th in the overall standings, sitting one place above his best finish from 2010. The best Honda of the day was Rodriguez. He struggled all rally long and came into stage 5 nursing bike troubles. It didn't seem to bother him as he snaked his way through the dunes. South Africa's Rian van Niekerk leapt back into the top 20. In only his second Dakar, the KTM rider took 5th on the day. 32 minutes the gap to first. A bad day for Lopez. He was caught out by the sand and by navigation to drop a devastating 52 minutes. Olivier Pain suffered the same fate in the same sand, and the Yamaha rider is yet to repeat his speed of last year. Barreda made it through, but not without problems. Fuel problems in the Honda as he rode alone, and once also as he chased Coma through the dunes, costing him 44 minutes and the race lead. For Dupre, the dare not know better as the Yamaha overheated and he lost a minute more than even Barreda. It was Coma that really dodged a bullet though at the end of the first part of the special.
No start for the bike. We have to go from here 22 kilometers on the road, and there you will be on the finish of the second stage.
That meant, with the finish coming much sooner than expected, Mark Coma took it by 12 minutes from Villedoms, Shagonski 22 minutes back, ahead of Rodriguez and Rian van Niekerk. That changed things in the overall. Coma now takes the lead 41 minutes ahead of Barreda. Chaleco Lopez in third position ahead of Villedoms, and Duclos 1 hour back, holding on to his fifth place. As temperatures soared, bikes overheated and fuel evaporated. But for Gerard Ferrez, it was much worse. 12th before the stage, the Catalan rider could do nothing but watch his Dakar go up in smoke. At kilometre 143, there was another fire. For Paulo Gonçalves, it was even more heartbreaking. He crashed over a berm, and fuel gushed from the Honda, igniting as it flowed over the hot motorcycle. It was an ignominious end to a heart-wrenchingly difficult Dakar for the Rally Raid world champion. Once upon a time, there were twin brothers. This is Gilbert, this is Oriol. Their story on the Dakar looks like a fairy tale. We were both signed up for the Dakar and our sponsor left us, so we could only pay for one of us. Our dream was to do the Dakar together, but we had no solution. And then, along came their fairy godmother, and he was called Nasser Alatia, to help out with the second bike.
Experience. Yes. I try to help him because he's a young rider, you know, and also one day I am sure if he's working very hard, he will be winner of Dakar, you know. It's normal, you know, and because have a passion and like to do Dakar, you know, this is important.
What would you prefer, you to win the Dakar or one of those?
In the moment, me.
I'm so happy. It's the most beautiful gift somebody could give. Big thanks to Nasser. During stage 1, the twin brothers lost hours because of chain trouble on Gilbert's bike. Another saviour came to their rescue. My brother towed me for the last 30 Ks, but I told him to go alone, because if not, we would spend all day here. As it's written on our t-shirts, we don't have enough money to do the Dakar. This rider has got a problem with his bike, and we're helping him to go again. Start smoothly, first and second gear, very slowly. At the beginning of day 4, the fairy tale ended for Oriol, but the dream is still alive for his brother Gilbert. In the quads, Sergio Lafuente had reasons to be thankful. Today's stage was also shortened to 211 Ks. But despite problems with his fuel tank, the Uruguayan is the 4th different stage winner out of 5 days, and Lafuente climbs from 4th to 2nd overall, 13 seconds from the leader. The stage winner yesterday, Ignacio Casale, was the first quad to start this morning. The overall leader perfectly managed the stage, reaching every checkpoint in the top 2, and finally took the second best time of the day. He only lost 1:24 to La Fuente, but the Chilean increased his overall lead. Rafał Sonik lost that lead yesterday and tried to take it back on the way to Tucumán. The Polish rider lost more than 42 minutes today and falls to third place overall, 50 minutes from Casale. But it's even worse for Sebastian Husseini. The Honda rider was 13 seconds from the leader and still in contention for the win this morning. He led the race at 150 Ks, but he lost several hours because of mechanical problems.
Drive shaft is broken on my bike. I only have one-wheel drive and I cannot come up this hill with one-wheel drive.
Husseini ended the stage 3 hours after the winner of the day. Coming next in the car, Sainz at a standstill and going nowhere fast. Petter Hansel isn't going to capitalise as he buries his Mini in the sand. Sometimes the route is not meant to be passed. This is a story of just one section of one day on the Dakar. A road that became a tidal wave of sand. Here things are complicated. A wheel fell off. For us, we started 2 days ago and haven't stopped. Getting a tow is the only solution to gain some time. If not, we'll lose at least an hour. Hours lost, energy drained, and nerves frayed. But in the Dakar, you can't give in. Stage 3 offered the sort of dramatic moments that only the Dakar can produce. Mark Davidson reached the bike bivouac only 10 minutes before the time limit, 27 hours after he set off.
It's too high. Not safe.
Kevin Muggleton retired hours before and won't let it happen for Mark.
Mate, look at my eyes. This is how fucked it is when you don't make it. I'm fucking going home today. Okay? It hurts like this. Right, don't give up now. You're good, kid. You're good. You're in, mate. Okay, I'm going to grab you some food. Alright? You're good. You're good, mate. Okay, the rest of the guys have only just gone. Really? Yeah. Seriously, the last rider went maybe 20 minutes ago. They started late today. Okay. Alright?
Not totally convinced if he's able to restart or not, Kevin relied on Mark's advice as the American prepared the Australian's roadbook for the day.
27 hours to complete 230 kilometres. You wouldn't think it's possible, would you?
Yet 10 minutes after his arrival, Mark rode to the start line to go again, as Kevin rushes over with the day's route.
New day today. New day today. VP, we get the ride stage 4. That's tough. It's tough watching them ride. It's tough watching them go out ride.